Hello everybody, welcome back to Calmlands for 200 horsepower challenge. So we're still in November, we're in the second part of November. Everything is now seeded that we harvested in the last episode. So we've got everything seeded, limed, fertilised, rolled, etc. So this field directly next to us, we've got canola, got soybeans in the far field over there. The two new fields over the river, we have corn and sunflowers. That field over in the distance, the black coloured field, that is corn as well. We have, what did I put in those two? Can't quite remember what was in those two, but yeah, so we've got a bit of a mix of everything really. In fact, we've pretty much got everything apart from poplar and cotton, I think it is. So yeah, very varied. So we're harvesting the parsnips here. I have already taken 120,000 litres over to the soup factory. And then we've got the carrots in the next field and sorghum and oats in the other two fields. But because we've got this other carrot field and future plans, I think these 4 fields, which are our original 4 fields we started with initially, we have, because they're the smallest fields, I think I'm going to keep them all as root crop fields. So I have actually bought another root crop harvester, which we will go and get in a second. So actually we'll just let him get off, carry on. So he's just on a normal, that's just a normal worker. So if I tab over to, so we've got a new root crop harvester, the Fortschritt, same thing. And we've got the carrot header on that one. So we now have carrot, potato, parsnip and sugar beet headers for that. So the only one left is the beetroot, which is in that field over there, and that will be ready to harvest next month, I think, or the month after. But I've also purchased a brand new tractor. So this is the Massey Ferguson 6718. It's dead on 200 horsepower, and I've got 2 more of the 30,000 litre TARDIS trailers. So I think this is the best setup for the root crops. 60,000 litre capacity altogether. You're not going to get much more than that, and they're not massive trailers either. Other trailers, if you're looking for bigger capacity, they're just really big and bulky. So I think these are perfect for this. And obviously the Massey is probably our newest tractor. As in, obviously it is our newest tractor because we've just purchased it, but what I mean by that is newest in the way of manufacturing year, if you like. So what I'm going to do, I think I'll park this at the end of the field here. Actually, I think I'll just park it on the corner. Was a tip from somebody. Park it on the corner. It seems to unload a bit better when you're using Courseplay, apparently. So we'll try that. Just get the fork strip down to that field as well. Right. So we'll start this off. We'll just keep an eye on it for now, see how it gets on. Did have a few problems with Courseplay when we were doing the potatoes, where it wasn't unloading very well. So yeah, as you can see there, 120,000 parsnip, and the potatoes are still going through. But the idea is we'll get carrot and parsnip in there, then we'll put the red beet in there, and then we can start making triple soup. Although I did look, didn't I? And I'm not sure if it's worth doing the triple soup, because it's not much more than the single. But I think you get more. You'd get more of it, wouldn't you? Because it's only using 100 litres of each. So yeah, I think we would be better off doing triple soup, I think. Right. So what size are these headers again? I can't remember. I think they're 3.2. 3.1. Right. Create a job. 3.1. We'll do 6 headlands, I think. Do smooth corners just to make it a bit easier. Okay, let's see how that gets on. Yeah, as I say, we'll keep an eye on him. Make sure he's unloading okay. So obviously these 2 fields are going to need ploughing. This is the problem, they are filling up quite quick, but what I did do is just go round the whole field and sort of squared it off a bit. Gave myself plenty of room either end. So a normal worker has been doing a great job so far. So that should enable me to run alongside with the tractor and trailer. And the other good thing is there's no crop destruction on these. I've got it on, but if you look here, it still says all tyres and tracks, so we don't get any crop damage running alongside the harvester. So yeah, always get good yields off root crops, but this is doing particularly well, and that harvester has already stopped for some reason. Have I got it? I bet I haven't got it set, have I? Didn't think of that. No, it's deactivated. So we'll activate that. Yeah, so we'll have to manually unload it for now. this one. I've just realised that has literally done one little strip and we've already got 10,000 litres. So it could be interesting. Hopefully we don't have any problems with the unload and stuff with course play. And then we can just let it carry on while we finish the parsnips, but we will see. So carrot harvester is back up and running. Hopefully that should now self-unload. And we can get that one onto a worker. And we can just run alongside. The only trouble with doing it this way is the pipe isn't very long, so we have to get quite close, which then makes the harvester think there's an object in the way. Yeah. Right, so we'll get out of his way, let him turn round. I hope you're doing well. This is being recorded on Saturday, so got a long weekend here, bank holiday Monday. Yeah, I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. This isn't really working as well as I want it to. Just because you have to be so close. But then it stops. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Alright, I think what we'll do, we'll just park in there. And then we will stay with the harvester. Yep, so he's not unloading. That was not good, is it? Let's just try and move this straight. I mean, at least he's come over to the trailers, so there is hope yet. No, he's not going any further. This is the only problem, is getting it to work on its own so that we can leave it to it, because it is very time consuming. And yeah, I think I may have to stick to sort of montages for when we do root crops, because even time lapse, it's so quick to fill the harvester that most of the time lapse will just be the unloading part into the trailers, and that's no good for anybody really. So that's interesting as well. It's not recognised that strip as part of the field for some reason. So we'll set him off again, see how he gets on with the next unload. But I'm not going to hold out much hope. So we'll jump back into the other harvester, because he is nearly full. Luckily this field is working out about 2 rows before it's full, so the trailers are never too far. So this one's not even gone over to the trailers again. So I think what I'm going to do, I've also worked out he's not missing a strip, he's missing the first headland. When we set him back on over in that corner, it must have picked up the second headland, not the first, so that's not a problem though, we'll sort that. But I think I'm going to just get a gap so that we can put the trailer on the actual field, and then it might work a bit better. Right, so course play is working brilliantly, as it always does, but the self-unload function just isn't. I've watched it 3 times now. It's got to 100%, left where it was, come all the way around to the trailers, and it gets to this point and then just doesn't unload. Now I think that is over enough to be unloading into the trailer, but it's just not. So I end up having to cancel the worker, reverse back a tiny bit, and then starts unloading. So yeah, it's not very good for us really, because we just have to, it fills so quickly that I can only be away from it for a minute, and then I've got to come back and sort it out. And yeah, it's not brilliant. So I'm going to leave this field for now, and I'll probably end up doing it off camera. But I think we will go and get the parsnip field finished. So I think the harvester is actually full again. Just get this unloaded, and then we'll get the rest of the field harvested. Parsnips are all done, but this just isn't working with unloading into the trailers. So yeah, I'll carry on getting this done, but at the moment did have the fence ploughing. So I don't know why, not too sure why he's done that. It's on the headland, so I mean, I know the trailers are there, but let's just line him up again and see what happens. That should be fine. Yeah, so we've still got one trailer full of parsnip, but this trailer here is empty. So I am thinking I might attach the third trailer to the Massey just to get a bit more capacity. Don't know how well it will pull it, but we will find out. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is get most of this carrot field harvested, get it over to the soup factory, and then bring you back in, because I've just done a time lapse and it'll probably take the rest of the episode to do this field, but we have got some other things we want to get on with, and I can't really leave a worker on this field because, like I say, we'll end up having to come back every minute just to sort them out. So unfortunately that is the way it will have to be. Okay, got the carrots harvested. They're all in the soup factory as well. I did plough and line parsnip field, and just ploughing this field here. So I am going to wait until December to plant anything in these two fields, just so that it spreads it out a bit for harvest time. I don't know what I was thinking. I just, when I said about using 3 trailers, I emptied the parsnips out of the trailer, and then I just used both tractors with 2 trailers on each. So we now have where is it? I haven't activated them yet because, as I say, I'm waiting for the red beet. So we've got 253,904 of parsnips and 233,668 of carrots. So lots of soup to be made. And I think the red beet field is bigger than both, so we'll probably get more off that. What I am going to do with the harvesters is edit the XML to a bigger capacity just to make it a bit easier. I think I'll probably up the capacity to about 60,000, seeing as that's what 2 trailers will hold. That'll be a lot easier to automate it, I think. And then we also want to once we've done this field, we need to get the other two harvested and at least get the straw picked up in this month. So we'll be doing that next. In fact, I could probably, yeah, while he's ploughing this one, get one of the harvesters started on the oats. I think we'll just use the one harvester because they are only small fields and probably not going to fill up a trailer, I wouldn't have thought. So we'll get him on a worker. We'll get a trailer over because he should be able to unload without any problems, I would hope. Do you like this new Massey? It's pretty quiet. As I say, it is our newest, or let's say our youngest tractor on the farm. So, speaking of, speaking of this tractor, so I just want to check which direction the harvester's going to go in, but the trailer's not in the way. Yeah, so it's going up and down, that's fine. Yeah, so been thinking about the series. Obviously we're nearly at episode 30. We're on 29. This is episode 29, so yeah, we're at... Just 1 minute, where is the automatic unload thing? Just want to make sure it is activated. There we are. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we're at episode 29. If you follow anybody else that's doing the challenge, you may know quite a lot of... I mean, at one point there was 30 people doing the challenge, and I haven't kept up with anybody. I've watched a few people, I've watched a few of their episodes, but I just haven't had the time to watch everyone and know what they're doing. So, but I've been keeping an eye on bits here and there. But yeah, so there's a lot of people that have stopped the challenge. Some people aren't releasing videos as often, so I don't know whether they're still doing it or not. But yeah, there's definitely quite a few that have finished the challenge. There isn't really an end goal, so people that have stopped, I think, have just got to a point where it's naturally finished for them. But I am really enjoying this series. The problem I have is that I'm easily making probably almost 1 million every month in sold goods, etc. We own a lot of land, and I could carry on buying land, but then the problem then is trying to keep up with everything, especially when you're trying to create content. So yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm not really sure where to go with it. So I would really appreciate some comments, suggestions, advice, what you'd like me to do with this series. Do you want me to carry on with it, or do you want me just to finish it? If I carry on, any ideas what we could do? I know Northern Farm Sim has taken away the 200 horsepower limit, and he's done some changes on his farm. Maybe we could do something like that. Yeah, I've got a couple of ideas that I could try if we carried on. But and that's where really that Massey has come into it. One idea I did have is to carry on until we harvest every field again. So basically to the next harvest. Once we're harvested, we just prep the field, but we don't seed anything. And then see how much money we can make in that time, because there's nothing really I need to buy machinery wise or land wise. Obviously we'll have to keep the animals going, and that's pretty much it, and the productions as far as we can. But then we basically replace all of the equipment. We take the 200 horsepower limit out of the equation. We replace all the equipment and essentially start again. But that will give us access to bigger equipment. We could have a new set of rules. Carry it on. I mean, I don't know whether that would interest people. But as I say, I'm just really enjoying this map, and I think it's probably because it's the first map that I've played since I've started playing Farming Simulator, where I have created my own farm. I mean, we've started from scratch. This was a blank map. So in the last 29 episodes, we have built it up. We've built a load of productions. We've carved out a load of fields. Made a farmyard, etc. So I think that's probably the reason I'm so attached to this this map, this series. I'm really pleased with what I've achieved, and I know I keep saying that, and it's I'm not trying to be big-headed or anything like that, but for me it is a personal achievement in my farming simulator career. So yeah, I would be interested to see your thoughts, so please do leave any comments. Let me know what you think. But I would, yeah, I think if we were going to do that, essentially a restart, I think I would probably get to a point and skip a little bit of time. So in the time that I skip, I would just keep the animals topped up, keep them going, keep the productions going, and then we would come back with fully prepped fields and start again. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. It would be much appreciated. I think there's another little bit here that's been missed. Normally on the corners, when you do round corners, it does tend to miss parts. So just park him there. You just want to go and check the combine just to make sure. Yeah. A normal harvester, no problem with the unload on course play. But as I say, I think I'm gonna up the capacity on the root crop harvester, because it will just make life easier when we're doing root crops for recording, really. I won't, even if we can't fully automate it with unloading itself, etc. We will still be able to leave it for a little while until it gets full. So, but let's get the other field lined. This one. So I filled this fertilizer up, or the fertilizer spreader, with lime from the buy station, and then realised that I've got thousands of litres in big bags right next to the to the buy point. So I completely forgot about them. But the way I buy them, lime is cheap, so, and at the moment we haven't exactly got to worry about the money. So yeah. So with what I just said, that's not to say that I couldn't buy more land. Maybe it could be that we go full on big fields, big machinery. We could join some of these fields together. I probably wouldn't want to go completely unrealistic with stuff, as in capacities or fast farming sort of things. But yeah, maybe we could up the size of our fleet, working widths, etc. And in that case, we could buy more land. We could even try and buy the whole map. I mean, I'd say it's probably about a fifth of the map that we own, possibly. So maybe we could. I don't know. Just ideas that I'm sort of thinking about, because, as I say, now, if I'm making $1 million a month, there's no challenge. It's easy. There's just nothing, you know. It will get boring really quick for me and for you. So, but to go with that as well, we could alter the economic difficulty. So we could put that on hard. You know, put everything, fuel usage, fuel usage and economic difficulty all the way up to hard. There is actually there's a mod, I haven't looked at it properly, but it's the extra economic settings, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure it makes it even harder than hard economy. So maybe I could look at that as well. As I say, it's just ideas. It might be that you all turn around and say, no, I've had enough of this, do something else. Which is fair enough. That's what I'll do. If that's the case, I can keep this as a private game save and just carry on in my free time. So I think we'll store the oats and the sorghum for now. Yeah, we'll store them. So yeah, I'm going to get this field harvested and sorghum field harvested. Pretty good yield of sorghum from that field. 26,105 litres. So I just need to pick up the straw, mulch and lime those two fields. And again, I think we'll plant those two next month. Again, just to spread it out, we are going to do root crops in all four. So not exactly sure where I am going. Got straight past my turning. So yeah, I'm going to put this in the silo where I put the oats, and then we'll keep hold of them for now. But I think that is it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, please do leave comments. Let me know what you think how we should progress with the series. Any suggestions or advice, etc., would be much appreciated. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.